Good afternoon from Down Under, everyone. My name is Roman Splits, and we're going to continue our Let's Play of Rogue Trader, both DLCs included. So this is part 44 of the series of our Iconoclast run, and last we left off, we had continuing our progress through um, Act 3, which is Comarog. We're going to start off today's episode by having some conversations before going out and getting the rest of our party. So we'll get straight into it. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying the series. Otherwise, we'll offer up that toast to the Alchemist Priest and begin. Alright, so time to have some conversations. Alright, so I'll start off with you. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. There you
You came back from the dark, Elentark? Unharmed.
go. How are you?
My body has already healed. The wounds of the soul will heal one day too. For suffering is a part of our life, not unlike love and fear and the desire to learn. The paths help the children of Asurion to endure any spiritual upheaval. And you, Elentark, did not allow me to stray from mine. For this, I am grateful. And yet, neither rest nor our reconciliation can soothe the savage turmoil in my soul. Cruderak is lost, we are trapped, and the truth remains as hidden from me as ever it was. What happened to my kin? What happened to my world? And why did my dark cousin tell me less than he knew?
What happened to you after the trial?
I was meant to share your fate, Elentark, and vanish in the Dark City's rotting underbelly. But the Fleshmaster gave a different order. His twisted mind was beset by a question. Could a child of Asurion be saved from the gaze of she who thirsts with intense re-education? By replacing the influence of my spirit stone with the heady tang of pain that nourishes the followers of the dark ways? I donned the executioner's mantle. They allowed me to keep my spirit stone in exchange for the suffering of others. I survived, prayed for Asurion's mercy, and hoped to escape before the stone cracked under the torrent of pain and terror assaulting my soul. Before the experiment was complete.
You wanted to discuss something with me?
Not here. The words of my truth are intended only for your ears, Elentark.
Yeah, you made a little bit of a silly mistake there about trusting a Dark Elder. You have faith in me? Did I hear that right? I already told you that I know nothing about the shard. The trophy belongs to Theodore, my predecessor. I've always been honest with you, however you lied to me from the start. I understand why you did that and I forgive you. You are unable to meditate, can that happen? How are you going to regain your powers? Wish I could embrace you and give you comfort, but you cannot bear human touch. I cannot help you with the meditation, but I am proud to stay with you and share the silence. That way you'll be able to forget about the horrors of Komarog, if only for a while. Alrighty.
Let's see, your ladyship rogue trader, Shireen, bane of my soul and savior of my flesh. Cruel fate has driven us straight into the foulest corner of the galaxy. Home sweet home to the Drukhari scum. I have it on good authority that no one leaves this place. Not alive, not dead, not even in pieces.
I'm still waiting for an explanation, Jay.
So what do you want to hear, Shireen? A children's tale about a beautiful princess? A ballad about a queen of thieves? How about a new story, Shireen? Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived on a sand-covered lump of rock, and the core of that rock contained untold riches for servants of the Imperium. The girl scraped out those riches with her little hands, breaking her back and coughing up her lungs, on behalf of people who had never clapped eyes upon her, and who would never know her name. She did this every day until she turned 16, and then his servants came and drafted the girl into the 19th Ifrit Regiment. Can you imagine? Of course, the regiment was wiped out on its first sortie. But the girl survived. The Exalted One protects. So what was next? Years serving in the Astra Militarum, just a shitload of hard labor, and fighting, and deals, and shady connections, and new opportunities. But everything in this world ends sooner or later, Shireen. The now not-so-little girl went and fell in with the Kasbalika. She saved up a little gold, and she even indulged in excess from time to time, until living the good life almost cost the little girl her head after her patrons got caught in an internal investigation between the Officio Prefectus and Departamento Munitorum. So the girl ran as fast as her little legs could carry her, until her eyes and the beams of fortune brought her to the expanse. A shitty story, all things considered, Shireen.
I knew you were no princess.
Oh, really, Shireen? And there I thought you were quite ready to believe my time-honed thespian performance.
You have a family?
The folks on Footfall are my only family, Shireen. The trickster twins and the rest of the rabble, plain-talking and loyal as dogs. And sometimes as dull as the pommel of a worn-out blade.
They used to be in the Imperial Guard.
Corporal Haydari reporting for duty, ma'am. I've had enough of the Astra Militarum shit to last a lifetime, Shireen. And my body's collected enough souvenirs from run-ins with Xenos and heretics to last 2 lifetimes. Except when it comes to the Guard, there's no such thing as used to be. That wretched life sank its claws into me good. But that also means I remember what it's like to be a small, shaking, insignificant pawn. And that's why I appreciate what I have now, all the more.
So how'd you get involved with the Cascabella?
What? You think it's difficult? Once me and my fellow guardsmen snuck into the upper city in search of a good watering hole, where the high and mighty of that world congregated. Another time, our regiment was sent to defend the tallest spires on a hive world. And I had an epiphany. I saw how the other half lives. And by half, I mean the ones born with a diamond spoon in their mouth, instead of an entrenching shovel rammed up their arse.
That sounds painful.
My eyes were open to the truth, Shireen. The Imperium is full of opportunities, even for people like myself. The trick is knowing whose palms to grease, whose boots to lick, whose throat to squeeze, and whose arses to kick. I was very popular with everyone in the Guard Command, you see. I'd procure things for them, whatever they wanted. And so the Kasbalika took notice.
So you're a deserter as well?
You know, Shireen, I could still be bouncing around from one world to another, holed up on tired old ships with only venal grunts for company, if I hadn't decided I wanted more for my life. I accepted a shipment from the Kasbalika of certain chemicals. You know, for carnal pleasures and the like. Some bigwig was throwing a party to celebrate his 5th decade in the service. And that's when I caught the attention of the newly arrived commissar. I was rummaging through the pockets of Astra Militarum with one hand and shuffling the Kasbalican cargo with the other. You can imagine what would have happened to my head had the commissar not started with my higher ranked patrons.
So that explains the London plant. What about the hand?
It was orcs. Not everything I say is a lie, Shireen.
Hey.
Whoop the fu- Never mind.
Tell me your story one more time.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived on a sand-covered lump of rock, and the core of that rock contained untold riches for servants of the Imperium. And every day until she turned 16, the girl scraped out those riches with her little hands, breaking her back and coughing up her lungs, on behalf of people who had never clapped eyes upon her and who would never know her name. Then his servants came and took the girl into the Astra Militarum. The girl worked her little ass off until she met the Kasbalika and started living the high life in her little corner of the Imperial Guard. And that high life almost cost the girl her head when she came under investigation by the Officio Prefectus and Departamento Munitorum. So she fled to the Expanse.
So when did you learn to read and write?
Ah, literacy. My blessing and my curse. I nagged every highborn who visited our barracks on their highborn business. I pored over stamps on crates in the warehouse and the seals on every door. Watched the commanders do paperwork and volunteered to help. That's how I learned, one step at a time. And then literacy became my ticket to a comfortable life.
Is Jay your real name at least?
I swear on the grave of my drunkard father who sold me into the mines, and on the lives of the 11 siblings I never had, Shireen.
Is there anything you didn't lie to me about, Jay?
Oh, so many things, Shireen. I'm struggling to keep track of them all. I told you the truth about the Expanse, and not a single word of it was a lie. What I told you about footfall and Vladium and how we do business in these parts, all true. Don't get me wrong, the apple of my weary eye. There are two things in this life that I dislike. Looking back at the past and having someone pry into my soul without asking.
Thank you for your answers.
Like I had a choice, Shireen. I know better than to bite the hand that pours my amasak.
About your new persona?
Don't give me that look, Shireen. The plotting nobles, the scheming footfall thugs, the mysteries of Xeno artifacts, the bowing and scraping before the self-indulgent ecclesiarchy. All that's gone. Everything beyond these walls melted away like a dream. I'm fighting for my life. My soul's being torn to shreds and my body's bleeding. Is it too much to ask to want to be myself, Shireen?
Hey, if ever you wish, I will not impose my will upon you.
Oh, well, thanks, I suppose. But can I be the person I really want to be some other time, Shireen? But while we're stuck on Kamura, being a soldier just sits better with me. Can't imagine why.
Do you have any ideas how to get out of here?
That's a negative, Shireen. Hatching clever plans has been the last thing on my mind recently, you see. But on the bright side, well, that Ashmag, Homunculus, may the Aji devour that black-souled bag of bones, was busy experimenting on me. I managed to nick a couple of trinkets from his laboratory. Here, they may come in useful, if not for escaping, then at least for surviving in this rotten hole.
Right, remain vigilant.
Sir, yes, sir, your ladyship, Shireen. I'll be here, all primed and ready to go.
Alright. Now he's gonna have a conversation with Abel. Actually, we'll see if Malice has anything he wants to say. Equipment, nah. All sorted on that end then. Abel.
Lord Captain, I serve at your pleasure.
You haven't seen your departed wife again?
I have not seen her, Lord Captain. But there are times when I think I hear her laughing in the distance. Or I sense hands touching me, as she used to do, to distract me from my sorrowful ruminations. But I know the difference between reality and fantasy. Now I fear I shall simply have to learn to live with this ghost that appears only to me. With this vision of the past.
How are you feeling?
I fear, Lord Captain, that without the intervention of an experienced rejuvenate adept, I will not be able to overcome this frailty on my own. Blessed throne, it is hard to be a helpless old man. I always hoped I would die, long before the day my back and hands gave out. And look at me now.
Any thoughts of how we might get out of here?
I am sorry to say I do not. If we had our ship and crew at our disposal, we could be safely within its walls, conduct reconnaissance of this place, and in the end, meet our deaths in battle against the Xenos, as befits true servants of the God Emperor. However, we are deprived of our usual resources. Now we can only rely on our weapons and our wits. Van Kellogg's could probably tell you something about our prison, but his fate is as yet unknown.
You know anything about this place?
No, Lord Captain. And trust me, I hope to remain in this state of blissful ignorance until my dying day. Just knowing that this abyss exists at all is enough to poison my mind. It is possible the Xenos Iliad could tell you something about this place. After all, she is in some way related to its denizens. And she is responsible for the fact that we are here at all.
Alright, so that should do the conversation for now. We'll head out and go get our next two party members nice and sorted. Then we'll go do some more conversations with them. Exhaust all that, then continue on. Alrighty.
Fate and fortune favor the bold. I owe you a debt. Stop squirming!
We are the spearhead of the Imperium. This wound will make a fine scar.
Guess I'm still alive.
Alrighty. Now we shall continue on.
I always keep my options open. Let us not dawdle.
I need help. What happened to me? Actually, no, examine him first. What happened to me? That thing in my head, your pet. Do you eviscerate everything you lay your hands on? Did a poor job training your pet if I was able to shake off its influence? Good specimen deserves a reward for impressive performance. Are you Travanus? I have not granted you permission to extract cells from my body. What exactly did he tell you about me? You, Drakari, would do business with him and have remarkably open-minded. What do you want from me? What do you get out as crossing as you do everyone else? She'll serve you, help me make my escape. I'd like to speak to you about a member of my retinue who was delivered to you. Look for Henrix, my companion. Those from my retinue deserve better than we can find you or relinquish them. With a full escort, I have a better chance of succeeding and contributing to your plans. Unless you want to lose the value possessing, you always my companion immediately. Recognize your power over me and beg for leniency. I need Henrix. Who's with me when we catch her? Where is she now? Why you aid? My success benefits you. It's reasonable that you help me. Yeah, I can pay for paying attention. Right, why? I want to speak no more of this. I quite my professional, I am willing to pay for it. Red monster, can you steal blah blah? Alright, now before we have a conversation with them, we will have a conversation with someone else first.
Oh, to see them cut down by such unclean. Alone.
Volk, Fenris, hold job, Volk.
Fenris Yolda, mortal. You know the old words. Good words. Strong as a rock. Sharp as the blade of a force axe. Deadly as a kraken's tooth. What do you want?
Study him. Who are you?
I am a wolf.
How did you come to be here?
My pack answered the Inquisition's call and came to the Coronis Expanse. There was a battle, and then... the young wolves yearning to be meat for their brotherlings. To a feast of bolters they went out roving. Though they were but few, one long fang with them went loping. Not to see them cut down by scythes unclean. The pups he sent scattering, and there stood alone the paths guarding. For a foe he long spied, one worthy among unworthy. The song of swords singing, they clashed with clamor and skill, until stood the old wolf upon the bones. Then, by the birds of battle, was he brought down. Was that clear enough? This saga sounds less interesting in prose.
We should know more about your brothers.
That butcher sent you to spy for him, did he? Or do they know nothing of the Emperor's Angels, the space wolves of Fenris, or the great Layman Russ in your corner of the galaxy?
Why does the homunculus keep you in a cage?
For his own safety. When I am not busy killing inhuman spawn in the arena, the Xenos fear my will.
I want to help you.
Who are you to offer me help? You stink of Xenos. I see you are on friendly terms with them. You are not sitting in a cage, and you smell of someone else. Someone spiteful and cunning. You cannot help me.
Right, they feed you.
A predator does not eat only when it is hungry. There are many reasons to eat.
There must be a reason for this body we passed. Must be planning to escape, yes.
And why do you want to know?
Try to join in the singing.
You are one who has supped the mjord of the Skjalds, I see. In the long haul, some of my brothers would be eager to tell you of their exploits, so that you would sing a saga of their deeds.
A voice such as you could prove useful to me.
To get what you want, you will have to convince two very headstrong individuals. Me and my captor. That claw-handed Xenos.
And that's exactly what we're going to do. I drop a save. Must allow me to take the Space Marine that you keep in a cage. Hold out the bag sample, of course. The loss of some Monkai could never impede the work of a mind as great as yours. Wish to know more about you and your craft. What is your craft? Uh-huh. Persuasion. Why did I survive the interrogation which Marjorie brought me? I don't understand that the most fearsome Tricot warriors are crafted by artisans such as you. Find you some interesting samples. Put a stop there. I'll leave for now. Yeah, you took my companion's respiratory augment and now she's dying, return it immediately. Alrighty. I need your help. I'm planning to escape, are you with me?
Why would I be? You are a stranger. How can I trust you? You could be an enemy. Worse, you could be an idiot.
We are both servants of the Emperor, we ought to help each other.
Do you serve the Emperor? Or are you a puppet with the hand of that Xenos butcher up your arse? How am I to know whose words you speak? Yours or his? How am I to know what plot you're trying to draw me into?
Don't you want to slay Xenos with me?
Why didn't you say that at the start? What did you expect? Did you think you would waft the scent of slaughter under the bloodthirsty killer's nose, and it would rush off to do your bidding?
Are you a coward then, afraid to come out of your cage?
When I rip your insolent tongue out of your throat, do not ask why. This is why.
He gave me to you. Join my party.
Gave? Well, if he gave me to you, step into this cage and take me. You think a filthy blasphemous Xenos could do whatever he pleases with me? Come here, you wretch! You have hidden on the other side of those bars long enough! Come in here and repeat your filthy words so I can kick them back into your bloody, stinking muzzle! Fine! You got a rise out of me! And from what I can smell, you did not soil yourself in the process. I respect those with courage. I can work with you. It seems Tervantius is not as clever as he likes to appear if he's letting me out of the cage. The joke is on him. Good steel I have already. But if we are going hunting, I will need my wolf skin. What did you say your name was?
Alright, and with that, we have our Space Marine companion. One more companion to go after this. Alright, so this is Ulfar, our Space Marine. Make sure, did they give us all our weapons back on as equipped? Looks like it, except for the boots. Which we'll fix immediately. Where are they? Alright, there we go. Good, yeah. Yeah, so this is Ulfar, our companion. He is very wonderful in that he is basically a tank and a walking gun line. Obviously, as in the Astartes, he won't be found wanting if you're being useful. Yeah, we'll give you that now. So we'll just throw whatever we can on him. Probably throw that on too. What else can we throw on you? Um, Give him the knuckle guard, I suppose. Fortunately, as a Space Marine, his equipment stuff is very limited, so there's not much you can do about that. He's got to use Bolter. We don't have the guns he can use just yet, so it is what it is. Now we'll sort out his level up very quickly. Alright. Always ready. Give him some toughness, round out his stats. Wildfire. Heavy weapon proficiency. I don't actually know why that's a thing. But whatever. Seems a bit redundant. Broad expertise. Perception. Breaking point. Ah, that's why. Yeah, you need proficiency to get those abilities. Right, right. Uh, Demolition. Point in agility. Feel like that's oversight from other abilities, so I'll actually put that off for now. Option 4. Athletics. Thunderball. Alright, now you can get agility. Overpower. Reckless Rush. Heavy Gunner. Toughness. Athletics. Adaptability. Perception. Toughness. Solid Weapon. And option 2. Alright, peak condition. Swift Slaughter. Demolition. Critical velocity. Versatility, I should say. With skill. And brutal hunter. There you go. Now let us go.
Is there money to be made? I always have a backup plan.
I'll examine the body inside. Step away from the contraption, I shall let you live. Alright, let's get Heinrichs out. Heinrichs, it's Puro, can you hear me? What have they done to you? Yeah, release him. What happened to you after you were captured? Did they blind you? Cannot sense your body. What does that mean exactly? In your walk, we don't have much time. You did not want us to suffer this fate.
Keep your wits about you.
I'm willing to pay for it. I need equipment if I'm to kill your enemies. Alright, make sure you buy everything, I guess. Take my leave. Alrighty. So you and your rebel are the champions of the local arena. So as I was skinned and made to fight like this, well that's balm in my heart, delight in my eyes, where something was still stirring. Your kin don't seem overly fond of you. I saw what happened at the trial, you were tricked. You were trapped, I'm trapped, we could help each other. Let's make a deal. You help me, I help you.
I always keep my options open.
Alrighty, so we'll head back to the respite first, and then hopefully get some more conversations out of the way. The very least, I think we got like everything healed more or less, so. Alright, so we'll drop a save. See if we can go have a chat with you at first.
You came back from the dark, Elentark? Unharmed.
I want to know why you did it, everything from the beginning to end.
I tried to learn to trust you, Elantak. Whatever your motives, you did not turn away from me, and you helped me search for my kin. But despair ate at me from within. The human journeys through the realm of She Who Thirsts left my soul drained, and our attempts to save the children of Kruderak crumbled to nothing in the unending coldness of the dark cosmos. And even when I beheld a piece of Kruderak in your chambers, I wanted to believe you had nothing to do with it. I wanted to, but I succumbed to emotion, to fear, to hopelessness, to grief. I was afraid that Silent Thrash would find me before I found the truth. Which is why I tried to find my dark cousin on the day he attacked Argonis. I used the commotion to slip away unnoticed and wandered the streets like a shadow in search of its owner. My efforts were futile. I returned to the palace in confusion. I waited for my fresh wounds to stop aching and for the watchfulness of the surrounding monkey to fade like the mist on an autumn morning. But still, I had my doubts. Perhaps, I thought, I should discuss it openly with you. That monkey Achilles. There was something wrong about him. He kept disappearing at night, so one day I followed him. Achilles was contacting Marajai, using an artifact that transmitted his master's orders. That is how I learned that the burnt monkey was about to betray you. Which meant my only chance to discover the fate of my homeworld was about to slip through my fingers. I could not wait any longer. I killed Achilles, took the artifact, and demanded answers from Marajai. He hinted at where I could go to look for the truth. You know what happened next.
Did you kill him?
My words will hardly console you, Elantak, but I killed the traitor. I fear the Dark Ones left too many scars on his fragile soul. Your loyal monkey broke, so I gifted him a swift death, free from the shame of betrayal.
You went through all that and you didn't even learn anything?
Alas, my cousin fell out of favor with the Archon. But even so, I doubt Marajai would reveal the truth. At least not before his dark soul was suffused with my suffering.
What do you know about this place?
Kamora. This city grinds down the will of the strong and torments any who get tangled in its dark web. The fools are the first to die, and the shrewd perish regardless. I have never been here before, but few children of Osirion manage to escape the Dark City without surrendering a part of their soul. So what is it that you wish to know?
Who rules the Dark City?
An ancient and powerful Drukhari named Asdrubael Vecht, the supreme overlord of the Cabal of the Black Heart, who reigns over all of the Drukhari with an iron fist. My dark kin consider him to be a living god. Much like your emperor on the Golden Throne, Vecht sits upon a throne of darkness and suffering that keeps Comora's disparate clans from disintegrating. I would not want to meet him if I were you, Elantak.
What about cities other than Comorai?
There are no other cities, Elantak. The Dark City has no bounds. It is a tangle of countless nightmare domains subject to a single ruler. An endless amalgamation of ever-changing and immutable dimensions. You cannot grasp its tenebrous grandeur, for even my life will not be long enough to visit all corners of the Dark City and the realms that border it. But it hardly matters where you go, for death lurks on every corner.
You know how to get out of here?
The Dark City is pierced by millions of spires, and a webway gate may be hidden in any of them. It is the only way out of this place, and an impassable obstacle to any who do not know how to operate it. I know, and will help you should you so desire.
Other questions?
But do I have the answers that you seek? So says a butterfly struggling in the Dark City's web. I will be close, Elentark, and I will support you in the coming trials, if you choose to let me.
Alrighty, so we will end the episode there, as we're getting near to the hour. So next episode we'll continue on with the dialogue, and then we'll eventually get into the arena. Once we get into arena, it will kind of be the start of a long and linear path out of here. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you then.